Children, in last chapter we learned about HTML, the use of HTML, the use of tags. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is CSS. What, children? CSS. Children, in this chapter we will learn about the meaning of CSS. What, children? The meaning of CSS. Features and advantages of CSS. What, children? Features and advantages of CSS, and how we will apply the CSS in different ways. We can apply the CSS in different ways, and how we will create the HTML pages using internal and external CSS. What, children? How we can create HTML pages using internal and external CSS. Children, now you will think, what is the full form of CSS? You know the full form of CSS, children? The full form of CSS is cascading style sheets. What, children? Cascading. Repeat the name. Cascading style sheets. The full form of CSS is cascading style sheets. What, children? Cascading style sheets. We all know about HTML. What's the full form of HTML, children? Hypertext Markup Language. What is CSS, children? It is a language. Cascading style sheets is a language which help us to change. What, children? Which help us to change the way of HTML, the way of HTML page looks. It will change the way, okay? It will change the way of our HTML page. All are familiar with this HTML. Why we are using this HTML? We are using this HTML for creating web pages. For what, children? For creating web pages. Okay. So, if we are using this CSS, if we are using this CSS, we can change the way. Okay. We can change the presentation or appearance of that web page. Okay. We can change the appearance or presentation of that web page by using font style, like that way. By using CSS, we can change the way, okay? We can change the way of web page. We can decide how that web page looks like. In HTML, we are using one extension. Are you remembering that, children? Yes, .html. In HTML, we are using .html. We are using the extension .html. In case of CSS, we will use the extension, that is .css. Okay, we will save the document in case of CSS. What is the extension? .css. But in case of HTML, what is the extension? Yes, .html. .html. In case of HTML, you want to use the extension .html, and in case of CSS, you want to use the extension that is .css. So, my dear children, today we learn about the introduction part of CSS. Okay, introduction part of CSS. What's the full form of CSS? Yes, cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheets. What do you mean by CSS, children? It is a language which help us to change the way of HTML page looks. It is the language which help us to change what? Change the way of our HTML page looks like. Thank you. See you in next class.